Into the stars, by candy bars, lies a kid with a knack for adventure. What up, guys? How's it going? It's I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a Earth 2 update video. I haven't showered yet, so my hair is all in a frizzy, in a fray. Alright, so a couple things to go over before I do. Referral code down below. I was put in the comments and the description. That always means the world to me if you guys do that, just because that helps me not go insane, and Patreon as well. What do I think the average tile price will be in a year? Okay, well, I'm sure the US will be well over $100 a tile, just in general. There will probably be spots as well that spawn good or a lot of resources. So they'll spawn a really good resource, or they'll spawn a lot of them. I'll make the tile price go up even further, probably several hundred per tile, even if those tiles are normally going over, let's say, $100 a tile. There will be some within that will be several hundred because of a couple of reasons. And I know people might say, Chavez, that's a little much for one tile. But hear me out. If a tile or group of tiles, let's say, spawn diamonds, something that's very rare, and maybe it's worth $1 per diamond, to keep things simple, and it spawns one diamond a day. That's $365 a year. I'm pretty sure there will be secret tiles like that will have added bonuses, maybe not diamonds, just something else. That's not including combining materials. Combine diamond with another item that's maybe worth 50 cents, and let's say that makes the item worth $2 instead of an item that's just worth $1 and then 50 cents, $1.50. So just something like that. It's kind of similar to where you pay $500 for a tile. You make your money back in a year probably. But the combination of items will be super underrated in my opinion. And if anyone remembers Paper Mario, where you took two ordinary items to that big fat chef Toad in Toad Town, and he made them into one amazing item. Take two items, he cooks them into an amazing item. That type of thing can probably happen here, and some of the rarer items will become valuable because of that. Motiva Productions asks, since they will be wiping everything, do you think I should sell buildings I bought and so on? Because some of them are in remote locations and not a lot of traffic. This is kind of a loaded question because it depends on your strategy of the game, depends if you're going to need money. Like I said, don't invest any money that you're not willing to lose. So to this, I say yes and no. And hear me out on it. Because part of what gives some locations value right now is the notoriety. I have Wall Street. Oh, I have the shawarma place from Avengers. Oh, I have Bill Murray's house, etc. But when Phase 2 happens, most man-made things are going to be wiped. That place probably won't have as much value as it did before the wipe. And I actually predict that we will see a short-term dip in the game because there'll be a lot of unexperienced, short-sighted people that are going to panic sell. They're going to be like, oh, my place isn't worth anything anymore. Sell, sell, sell. However, the reason that I won't sell and why I plan to do a lot of buying during that dip is because I'm in it for the long game. I've seen it before when people are just like, oh my god, the world is ending, the market is crashing, we're never going to recover, sell. People are morons. They're morons, they lose money in every single market that they're in. But we need those people because that's how we make money. I won't sell because even though those stadiums that I have will probably be wiped, I want to rebuild them and make Pokemon stadiums in every country I have landed. Just because the buildings are gone doesn't mean the people won't remember what was once there. If there was a temple or a church or any type of place with significance, people will go there to check it out. Maybe the owners recreate what was there, like I plan to do. Maybe something new is there. But either way, that's why Jerusalem in the Middle East is such a desired spot. It is considered to be one of the most holy lands in the world. And be advised, I could be completely wrong about all of this. As this game gets translated into other languages, that would-be dip that I'm talking about could just get absorbed by new users. Be like, oh, I'm going to buy. And there might not be a dip at all. But for me personally, at the end of the day, I will never sell. That's just, once I make an investment, that's what I do. And I have an issue with not selling. I was like, oh, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to sell it for this, and then guess that price. Like, I'm just going to keep it. It's just what happens. A new update from Shane. As of yesterday. It actually happened a little bit before I made last night's video, but I just didn't see it in time. I didn't include it. So I'm going into this video. The servers have been upgraded. They've been working extraordinarily long to make it happen. There are a few bugs in there. Please refrain from using them as they are able to tell who is purposely exploiting them. So read that one more time. Please refrain from using those bugs as the developers are able to tell who is purposely exploiting them. I'm going to say, he didn't say what those bugs were, but I do have a sneaking suspicion he wanted to catch those pump and dump people. And I heard someone ask before, pump and dump is when someone has tiles in China, somebody else has tiles in China, or it could be the same person with two accounts, cross-trading between each other if they're, let's say, $2 a tile, but then they're selling them to each other for $500 a tile, make the price go up, and then suddenly the price becomes $400 a tile. They say, oh, you know what, I'm going to sell this at a 25% discount and sell it at $300 a tile. People that are new to the game think, oh, worth $400 a tile, and I'm getting it for $300, this is a great deal. And they get those bought, and then the prices go back down, and then it's like, oh my god, it's $2 a tile, what did I do? So that's just something that can happen. If he wanted to catch those pump and dump people, this is his way of doing it. He is aware of people having issues logging in, both for existing users and new users signing up. He said we will aim to have that issue resolved in the next 24 hours, and that was about 12 hours ago, so hopefully soon. Keep an eye out for that update as well. It was another 28-hour shift for him. Just be advised, he probably wants to throw up right now. If anyone's been in that area where you just up for so long, you feel nauseous, you just want to get to bed. Wants to throw up right now. And after he posted that, he says, I have meetings in 5 hours. So he probably got 4 to 4.5 hours sleep. Maybe not, because you have to look in shower time and whatever. Like even same, like last night, I came home. It was probably close to 11 at night. I did not have clean clothes for today. I had to put into laundry, and it was a shit show. So which countries are still restricted? Got that question yesterday. Saudi Arabia, Dubai, Afghanistan, Iraq, and Jerusalem. Jerusalem was if you searched it, because it says that you can't, but Jerusalem you can buy if you search someplace near there, maybe like Tel Aviv, or just someplace close, and then you scroll over to Jerusalem, and then you could buy it as an international tile, which is pretty awesome. It's a glitch. It's not one of those bugs that I think Shane was talking about. It's just one of those things that you can use. How will we be able to communicate with other players? Well, for battle, if it's a turn-based battle like Pokemon or Paper Mario, it won't really matter what language the other person speaks. You attack, they attack, you defend, they defend, etc. It will probably show everything for you in your desired language and shows them the same thing in their language. It'll be similar to a place where you have shops where you sell rugs or dishes, what have you. They'll see in their language, oh, this is $3. This is a half a credit. This, going back on and so forth. And it will probably show you everything in your language. So the same principle should apply there. I was listening to one of Guidebook Gaming's videos on the car ride home the other day, and he shows one of the developers say that there will be hundreds of structures, not buildings, structures, for the purpose of producing resources. I'm just diving into this a little bit. Let's say there are 300 structures. I'm going to wager that there are around 100 materials. Wait, you're saying, Chavez, wouldn't that mean there are 300 materials because there's one for each structure? Well, let me explain. In Clash of Clans, you have one structure that produces elixir, right? But you can upgrade that structure to produce more. So that would count as a second structure for producing that same material. So maybe there would be different levels of producing resources, like level 1 is basic structure, and you produce a little bit of that material, maybe once a day. Level 2, that structure, you produce it twice a day. Level 3, you produce it 3 times a day. Something along those lines, whatever it is. How will we build these structures? Well, there will be a tech tree, and maybe it shows us, like for example, if anyone's ever played the game Contagion, every material we get shows us what we're able to build. And once we build that material, like in Contagion, once you get that once you unlock or get enough points and you buy this thing for a new disease strain, whatever, it shows you what comes afterwards. You buy this, oh, you can get this or this next. And then whichever one you decide to buy of that one, oh, now you can get this or this next. So that's something that similar that could happen in this game as well. And then all we would need to get is the materials necessary to build those structures and the materials necessary to upgrade. Maybe it's money, whatever it is. This could also affect tile price as well. If certain structures are on tiles, people will be willing to pay a lot more for those tiles, especially if they're all upgraded, doing whatever they do. Now, that doesn't mean that if you sell that tile, then automatically you lose that structure. There will probably be a clause right in there before the buyer and seller come to an agreement that I'm buying this tile and I am getting this structure, or hey, I'm buying this tile but the seller is keeping that structure. They're bringing it with them wherever they go. That will become more clear as the game goes on. These are just something that I saw from between last night and this morning. Comment down below any questions, what you want me to answer in tonight's video. I will happily oblige. I am losing my voice, so I don't know what to do about the singing. I tried like 3 different songs beforehand, and then I was like, wait a minute, I cannot do that. So catch you all later. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Smash the like button. Comments good for YouTube algorithm.